yeah, I've changed boost lines, gone back to soft lines because I had these hard line AM fittings in there, and they were like, yeah, we've gone back to soft lines, but it's turbo smart stuff, which is really good. It's almost, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like, yeah, it's got like fiber inside it. So I've changed all of that, took it for a strop up the road, still 18 pounds. So yeah, I got this resurfaced. This wouldn't have been the problem, but I can't take it for a retune with a known leak. So I've gotten that resurfaced. I've got a new Mac valve, which is what it could be, and the new diaphragm. So I'm going to chuck all that on. We're going to take it for a retune, try and get this back up and running so I can yeah, maybe run this car for another season, get some more practice, and not be such a rush to get this done. Then I can, yeah, just have this all done and still be able to drive. So we just got the manifold all back on and in its place. The dump pipe's all tightened up. Did have some problems with one of the bolts. It snapped and I ended up just chopping it off, and had enough length to keep it going. New diaphragm, the wastegate's on, so just tighten this up, button it all back up, should be good to go. Hey, so it's Boxing Day, hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. I'm going to try to get a little bit done on the 180SX build today. Yeah, we're going to chop this up. Boom, just like that, it's out. So I've just gone through and cleaned all my cuts up and welded my first bit of box steel in. I wanted to go further back, but I need to leave space to get to these bolts to get the diff in and out. And also, if I ever go to winter's quick change, the winter sticks out quite far. So yeah, I got the tank all fitted into this position, but I think I'm going to be putting the tank up here and the radiator behind it. With the radiator, with the tank back here, the radiator is blowing hot air onto the fuel tank, and that does heat the fuel up. So yeah, I haven't quite figured it all out yet. I'm procrastinating, so I'm just going to work on getting the sides of the firewall and the firewall itself done, and yeah, we'll get back to this one. So yeah, got our pieces stenciled up. Yeah, just gonna go and chop those out. Yeah, so at this point the video sort of loses its narrative and jumps all over the show and just shows me doing random bits and pieces. I didn't want to not put this video out, and I still want to make the most of the footage that I do have. Phoenix Performance tube and fin, the 100mm thick one, and the big bad boy Phoenix rear mount radiator, and also the Wisefab V3, which is what I'm most excited about. Went and splurged also and got the Wisefab Handbrake. Can't decide if I want the blue or the grey. I've got in the grey, but I can go back and swap it. And can't decide if I want the tall one or the smaller one. The smaller one's about that height. But yeah, so yeah, really stoked about these parts that have arrived. Yeah. So in doing my rear mount radiator setup, the floor actually dips down here, and that makes it a problem on the underneath. When the chassis rail is thick, and then it just becomes thin there. Not to mention how fucked up is it on S chassis. I'm not sure if you can see this. Chassis rail, then it's just missing a big bit, and then it's got a little bit down here. But you can see how thick this is. So my my hard lines are going to be able to sit up here and not sit below, but they're going to be out in the open here, and they're going to be the lowest point now. So I'm going to remake this part of the chassis rail, but to this side I'm going to notch it so the pipes can sit, and then they'll go through this floor and they'll just stick out over here, but they'll be higher than the lowest point, so they won't drag on the ground. Yeah, might not make much sense now, but yeah, you can see how the floor dips down. So I'm just going to channel a bit, so it will just be that on that same plane all the way across to there. Just need to make sure this it can fit under the seat rail, and it will just be notched out of the end bit there. Cool, so I've made my first few chops. This is sort of a quick little gist of what's going on. So we're just going to run it so it's going all the way across, and then just box the sides, and that's going to give us a big highway underneath to run our pipes for our radiator and also the fuel lines. Yeah, so we've got another big hole in the middle of my car once again, but yeah, I've got an old bit of scrap metal, done some marks, and I'm going to try to end a piece to fit in there. So I'm not going to bore you with me chopping this out, we've all seen enough of that. Sweet, so we bent this bit up. Yeah, not the best, but we bend it. We used a few clamps and a bit of steel and a bit of good old-fashioned elbow grease. So now we're going to make that fit in there seamlessly. So yeah, good luck. So we've got the first little mock-up, and yeah, it's pretty much just giving a flat surface on the underside for the pipes to run, and it doesn't sag down there anymore. So yeah, still a bit to go, but yeah, should be good. Yo, good morning. So it's New Year's Day, so Happy New Year's to everybody. Hope you've had a safe one and enjoyed time with your friends and family. I had a good night last night, stayed home, watched the fireworks from home, but I enjoyed myself. So yeah, it's New Year's Day and doing a little bit more work on the 180SX, the rear mount radiator tunnel for the hoses. So yeah, I've just made up my piece now. Nothing too fancy, just hacked it up for angle grinder, and I'm just going to tack it into place. I've just run out of gas, but this is this end here sits flush with the chassis rails, so I now have a nice little highway the whole way down. As you can see on this side, see the chassis rail gets real low there, so now mine's that same height all the way across on this side. Nice? Nice. Boom, and we got it up there just like that. Did take a little bit of time and finessing, I'm not gonna lie, but missing part of the chassis rail is now being made, or handmade, and we also have a nice little tunnel here for our water pipes to go through. Yeah, be stoked to get off this dirty ass ground. Yeah, so just doing a little quick modification on the inside of the car. Just chop that off and Need to make space for mounting the Wisefab handbrake. So yeah, we just need to extend it over a bit, the little pedestal. So we'll get that done, some captive nuts in there, and should be as good as gold. I've just made a new piece with some nice captive nuts in there. It's a bit boogy, but we chopped the old top off. And yeah, just going to weld it in place. So yeah, I got the handbrake all mounted, a new pedestal made up, and just doing the power steering pump at the moment, trying to get it out of the way. So yeah, I've just been building up this bracket, which is a bit boogy, but it's alright. So I need to be able to bolt it to the car, but also still be able to unbolt it, obviously. See, this video is a bit all over the show, just doing bits and bobs, tinkering in the garage, just ticking bits off at a time. So getting really close to being able to send it off to sandblasting, which is at the end of this month. So yeah, just trying to get all the fab work done. I think I'm going to redo this with thinner material. It's like 1.2 thickness, I think. It's quite a lot thicker than the rest of it, and it's just going to add a lot of weight. The pros is it's adding weight over the rear wheels. The cons is we don't want to add weight really at all. Yeah, so this is what I've come up with. Nothing too flash, it's a little bit hoary to be fair, but yeah, boom. So that's its final mounting point. Looks good to me. It's like solid as a rock, and it's tucked away. So yeah, you can sort of only just see it once the dash is in. Nice, stoked, wrapped. Yeah, so got hold of Motorsport New Zealand today and found out the process around removing this bar here so I can slide my petrol tank through. So yeah, I'm just going to get after it and chop it out. Unfortunately, yeah, I have to chop it out. I have to get the cage re-signed off, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but it's the spot where I want to put my fuel tank, so I'm just going to get into it. I've got it somewhat chopped out. Yeah, it might seem a bit extreme to be chopping like the roll cage strip out, but you know, when I could have just put the petrol tank back a little bit more. But you know, I believe where it's able to go now is literally the perfect position. And if I'm building a car from scratch, why would I not want it anywhere but where I think is the perfect position? So before, so I'm standing in line with the wheels, with the axle. Before it used to sit about that far back. The axle's here. The radiator would have then been very far back. Now it gets to sit about there, like directly over the wheels, and the radiator, yeah, gets to fit a lot easier. So yeah, that's the reason behind all of that. And I'll just make a firewall and it will just notch out, but yeah, you'll see that. So yeah, I'm just bouncing between jobs at the moment, but got my firewall all stenciled out on 0.8mm. So yeah, just going to go through and just cut them out. So yeah, that video is all over the show. Yeah, it's a lot's happened since then. That was yeah, over Christmas and New Year's sort of break. I've been really busy with work and other things. So yeah, I didn't get a video out for a while, and it's sort of just lost footage almost that I just put together to try to bridge the gap of where my build's been and what I'm up to. But yeah, the car is now at the sandblasters. Really stoked. The Skyline's going really well. Took it out for a bit of a drive. Just a wet skid pan day, and yeah, I forgot to put the bonnet pins on when I was on the trailer, and it smashed the window. Flew up on the motorway, smashed the window, and like I noticed it about an hour into my drive. I looked in the rear view mirror and I seen there was no bonnet pins, and I was like, fuck, I've been over the Harbour Bridge, I've driven this far, I'm 5 minutes from my destination, let's run it. Next minute, boom. And yeah, it's done me really dirty, and it's even like fucking, it's thinged the roof too. You can't really see it, but the roof's like, yeah. But yeah, it's really nice having lots of space in here. I've had these bead rolled. DKM Fab done that for me. And what else I've been up to? Yeah, the van is getting a new wheel bearing at the moment. And I've just been like tittering around the garage learning how to weld, TIG weld. So I'm pretty stoked with it. Like, that was day one, the end of day one. Day two, started like getting the hang of it. I was stoked. Tried to do not too great. And then moved on to these just yesterday. Yeah, they're far from perfect, but we're gluing 2 bits together, and this one came out really good. Like, done it inside corner, then a fillet, and then an outside corner, another outside corner, another outside corner. Yeah, so I'm getting there with that. I'm just teaching myself. Like, I've asked a few guys, a few of my mates been giving me good tips in that, which is really great. It's good to ask other people and stuff like that. Clamshell, I've made a rear clamshell. I've made a mold that will be in the next video. I've had a bunch of parts come in. I've got, yeah, lots of parts, fans, Wisefab, yeah, lots of bits and pieces come in, but that's going to be a wrap for this video. Going to try to be more consistent with the rest of my build. It's getting into the business end of it. It's literally getting sandblasted now. I'll come back epoxy primed, and underneath will be painted. Be able to get into the rear firewall. I'll put a clip up of where I'm at, or maybe I won't. But the rear firewall's all been mocked up, the rear radiator's all been mocked up. I just had no footage of it, so I'll leave that for a later video. But yeah, so thanks for watching and following along, showing support. Drop a comment. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.